this painting came in the museum in 2004, its title was Three Figures Resting Under a Tree, and it was attributed to Claude Monet, because the painting is signed on the front and the back of the painting. We immediately did technical analysis of the work. We studied the pigments, we studied the structure of the painting, we studied the canvas, and we found that all the materials in it were consistent with the materials that Monet could have used. However, the style of the painting did not remind us that this is an Impressionist work. But in any case, the painting was dated in 1871, which was a period in which Monet was not an Impressionist painter. It's not the period, he was very young, he was still profiling his artistic personality. For that particular reason, we thought that this painting did not look as an Impressionist painting by Monet. So what we decided is to look at the back of the painting to try to find more information about it. There is a label on the back that indicates that the work had been exhibited at the Carnegie Museum of Art in Pittsburgh. What I did is to call this museum and ask them that in the past they have displayed a painting by Monet representing three figures resting under a tree. And they did research in their files and didn't find any records that a painting like this one was ever exhibited in Pittsburgh. That was strange. The next thing we did was to look at other clues on the back of the painting, and we found a number, 83707. And we recognized this number as a nodular number, an inventory number from this dealer in New York. What we did was to go to New York and to do some research in the nodular files. And there we found the card file of this painting. And with the card file of this painting, we were able to do further research and discover three things. First of all, the history of ownership of this painting. The painting had been in Paris at the beginning of the 20th century and had been sold by a very famous dealer, Goupil. Also, the research that we did with this card file told us that the painting was sold in 1947 as a painting by Monet. And third, and more importantly, the card file told us the title of the painting. And the painting's title is Tewksbury Road, and not Three Figures Under a Tree. I went to Pittsburgh. I had to really prove that this painting had been on display at the Carnegie Museum of Art, and really work in our files there on the archive to try to find a Monet titled Tewksbury Road. We started to look at the exhibition files in the Carnegie Museum of Art, and we found that in 1910, a painting titled Tewksbury Road was displayed at the Carnegie Museum. But this painting, however, was not by Monet. It was by another artist, Sir Alfred East. When we had all that information, the fact that the painting was titled Tewksbury Road, that it was signed in 1871, that it seems that Claude Monet did it, and that it came from Goupil, you could imagine that in my heart, I started to believe that the painting was by Monet. The next thing that we did was to look at the East files, and there we found a photograph of the painting. Of our painting today revealed something that we didn't know, that the painting had been originally signed by Alfred East. This means that between 1910 and 1947, someone removed Alfred East's signature, forged a Claude Monet signature, invented or fabricated the provenance of this painting, and sold this authentic Alfred East as a work by Claude Monet. We don't know who the forger of the signature was, but the person who did it was a very well-informed person. He knew very well the life of Monet. He kept the title of the painting, Tewksbury Road, and signed the painting as Claude Monet 1871, because he knew that in 71, Claude Monet was in England, and Tewksbury Road is actually in England. but also that he was a young artist at the time that was not an impressionist painter yet. So this work visually could work as an early Claude Monet. Sometimes you find out that what you thought or what you hoped it was going to be, it's actually something else. It is not a painting by Monet, but a painting by Alfred East.